Okay, guys, today is December 21st, 1913, and we're in a big green studio in New Jersey doing like workshop for photographers about studio lighting setup for the fashion. So I'm Anton, Oparin, fashion photographer, and I'm gonna be in front of you for a couple hours. You can ask me any questions. We're gonna start doing some theoretical ideas about how to set up almost perfect studio for shooting full body shots for the fashion catalogs and lookbooks for the designers and maybe even model portfolio or something. And also we're going to come to more close-up of the portraits and beauty stuff. We're expecting 2 more models coming from the Delacroix beauty salon, ready with the hair and makeup, style supposed to be more sophisticated and glamour because we're going to shoot full body like Saks Fifth Avenue or Bloomingdale's catalogs. And today we're going to talk about studio flashlights and studio flashlights with a special attachment, softboxes, grids, umbrellas, different diffuser, barn doors, grids, all these things we call in light shaping devices. And I'm gonna show you exactly how to use these small things to achieve better pictures. So improve regular picture we can get in normal life. Just a few recaps about the lighting. So when we shoot in the summertime on location, the only source of our light was the sun. And we use different flashes or reflectors or positioning of the cameras and angles to just modify this light and make this natural light better, more appropriate for our goals when we try to get the models on the picture. Here in the studio, it's a huge studio. It's around 8,000 square feet with a green screen and freshly painted in a light gray in a corner cyclorama. So we're gonna set up the studio with 4 or 5 flash heads, monolights produced by Bowens. It's an English company. And I believe the Bowens, right now in the market, one of the most versatile companies who can give a photographers freedom to set up studio almost anywhere. Just bring the flashes in small boxes like this and using the monolights. And a lot of companies exist in the market like Elinchrom, Profoto, Brown Color. So they almost also very useful, very good companies. We're gonna maybe jump to Profoto setup tomorrow on a green screen with a more advanced 7 heads. But Profoto using the generators like power sources plus just flash bulbs. Bowens, I show you, using monolights. So it means generator and a flash bulb combined in the same device. But for the beginning, I want to remind you. So you think if you get many flashes in the studio, it's better. If you're coming back to the history, like beginning of the 19th century, photographers doesn't have flashes. They don't use umbrellas, it's been invented later. They don't use softboxes. Most of the cases what's been using, it's a light from the window, maybe with some simple reflectors. And we take a look at the pictures, picture looks almost perfect. And we like it. It's in a lot of museums of these pictures and it looks like a piece of art. Why? Why these pictures look so gorgeous? Because photographers have been using natural light. Something like really acceptable for our understanding. Light from the windows and maybe a little bit reflections on the shadow on sides can create the perfect portrait. So what we can do, we can try to start in the studio with one simple head and big softbox and one reflector. It's a simple imitation of the lighting it's been used in 19th century. Just a window and reflector and very natural stuff. So even if you get one flash head and you know how to use it right, you can achieve very good results. But we're talking mostly about the portraits this way. If you try to use one flash and try to shoot the full body, Yes, you can do it, but you will get a probably very visible shadows in a lighter background. Or if you get a darker background, you get really like hard shadows, like, you know, deep, like difference in lights between highlights and shadows. This could be like 3-4 stops, which is really, really difficult. Even in the Photoshop, you cannot pull it up later, so it's going to be really like hard to reproduce, especially when you have in mind not just web output or your portfolio. If you have some really high-end client behind your back and want to print catalog, you have to watch your exposure. You have to watch what's really going on and the quality-wise with the photographs. So today we're going to talk about different kind of production with a different type of the clients. Simplest one, it's a production for the web. Some company building a website, they need a picture. They call you. We know you're a good photographer. We want you to produce some pictures for us. We have such a small budget, and we don't want you overwork on this. Let's say we need shoot 100 products. And you're going to say, oh, shooting 100 products, I got to need it 2 days of the shoot. Then you have to pick. Then we need to go back to retouch. And it's going to take 5 days. So it's going to calculate how much it's going to cost. You give a number for the client. You say, I cannot afford it. So we're talking about some simple, good quality, but affordable photographer for the web. So the goal is to get settings of the camera and get the lighting appropriate during the shoot to reduce to maximum post-production work. So if we can achieve, trust me, in this very nice cyclorama, we can achieve very soft minimum shadows if you light it right. And the picture right out of the camera, if you just resize it, can come to the web directly. And so probably it's the idea to create this in a good quality. If you can do it, you start getting more jobs with the clients who really needs this kind of job. It could be, I don't know, money-wise talking, $500 job for the day shoot. And you can give the clients files to pick, and they pick. You just need to resize, maybe spend 1 or 2 hours final to just deliver your product for the clients. It's not the days, or the need to hire a retoucher, high-ends with knowledge of Photoshop, shop to just changing background completely or just cleaning all these spots and everything. If the studio freshly paint or brand new paper roll you just cut and you get the right lighting setup, there you go. So you're ready to produce high quality commercial, great images. Clients are going to be really happy. So that's the goal for us. So we start with the simple ones. I'm going to continue to more difficult setups with 2 flashes, 3 flashes, 4 flashes, and different shaping device. So I'm going to guide you what kind of different gadgets for. Let's say you can buy the kit with 2 hats, 2 umbrellas, 2 stands, and you can start shooting even with this. And the Bowens kit like this costs around $850. So it's not much. If you calculate, each hat costs $400. But for $850, you can get extra stands, extra umbrellas, and case. So, which is a probably good deal to do. And radio transmitter right now, it's called Gemini 400RX. It's included. So I believe it's really a good deal. It's very sturdy. So it's produced in England. So it's really like metal case. So it's not really like flimsy or breakable. So we can do this kind of stuff. Tell me, guys, who worked in a studio before? Like, who have your own lighting equipment? Any?
I have my own lighting equipment, but I've never really set it up like in a studio.
All right, Eric, did you work with the studio lights before? I'm just asking.
Yes, I have.
What's LNBs? What?
LNBs.
You're working with LNBs, right? So, but you never worked with a Pro Photo Bowens before. So we're gonna do something like simple introduction. I'm gonna give you the difference between, let's say, this brand and some others. The first important difference, it's a ring. So setuping the light shaping devices. If you buy the softbox, it doesn't mean so it's gonna be usable for every brand. Some brand, you can change the adapter ring and use it with a different brands. Some of them really high-end, they don't want to do it. So they just want, Elinchrom won't just use with Elinchroms sometimes. So for Pro Photo, they get a ring. For other brands, they don't. But say Bowens, get very useful ring. And also, we get New York company called Calumet. You heard about Calumet? Mm-hmm. So they get a store on 20th Street, I believe. And Bowens and Calumet get identical rings. So Calumet producing some stuff, very good for Bowens, acceptable. I'll show you. This is the name of the company, Calumet. And they producing light shaping devices for Bowens with the same adapter ring. This is adapter ring. It's called universal, so you can attach all different kind of devices, a lot of pins, a lot of different shapes. You can do octagon, you can do, this is called stripe. Why stripe? Because it's more vertical. So when you're shooting full body, it's give you more control to lighten up more evenly the body. Like I told you, don't want to overexpose face in darker legs. If you place this kind of device on the side of the model and change the angle, so you can achieve very even, soft light, but same time, you know the direction of the light. Remember we talk about 4 qualities? Direction of the light. If you get a light box or whatever flash straight to the model, you're going to lose a lot of details on the fabrics, on the face and everything. So straight light is not always the perfect. If you move light from the center to the side, you start giving you more definition and also more three-dimensional, making subjects three-dimensional. So this kind of stripes we're going to work today later. It's one of the very effective light shaping devices to shoot full bodies and fashion stuff. So you can move the angle of this and you can see visually like how you change the dimension of your body and control the light on a model. So controlling the light, it's a key. So we're going to learn how to put one by one these lighting devices together and control the light. It's mean like, get too much light, it's not really good. We're going to start with very tiny stuff. And also, like I said, we have to understand, it's not about the shutter speed, because most of the cases, object not movable, like pretty sturdy. It's about the aperture. Aperture, you have to understand if you want a blurry background over there, or you don't care about this, you just want a sharp, sharp, sharp. But if you're shooting with an aperture around 8 or 11, it's enough depth of field to get the subject sharp. Sometimes you can lower the flashes, so minimum. Try to achieve the open aperture like 2.8 if you want a feelings of more natural light, something like, you get the eyes and shoulder already on sharp. You can achieve with the flashes, but some brands don't allow us go lower than certain things. Even if we get like very low ISO, it's still 5.6. Open aperture, it's another trick, so about the lighting. And also, you have to understand something. Softboxes, general mistakes about working with the softboxes and umbrellas. People placing these lighting devices too far from the subject. It's like, I'll give you some example from natural light. Sun. How big is the sun? It's a huge planet, bigger than Earth, right? But when we're looking at this, it's very small. And we take a look out of the shadow, direct sunlight produced in the people. It's a hard shadow. Why is it so hard when you get a straight light on a sunny day? Because the sun, even if it's so huge, it's too far from the subject. Same with the softboxes. If you move your softbox, let's say in 10, 15 feet away, and you think it's going to make you soft light, you're wrong. Moving devices, different distance between your subject model and flash, going to control softness of the light. It's important things to understand. So as bigger softbox like shaping device, as softer light is produced, but it's also depends on the distance. So by designers of the softbox, perfect distance is about 3-4 feet only. But you have to understand, so it's not to be on the shot. That's why we're going to use a couple light shaping device to achieve very controllable, at the same time, soft picture without hard shadows. So most difficult in the studio to avoid these hard shadows and make the subject more three-dimensional. So let's start with the simple things. All right, come over, guys. Come over close to me. So we're gonna get a taste of the flashes and the rings and small devices. I'm gonna show you something. This is last edition of Bowens flashes. All right, it's called Bowens Gemini 400RX. And we get another key somewhere. This is previous version of Bowens. Looks almost the same, you see, but without RX. What's the difference? You see this trigger in the top. So this latest version already includes radio slave inside called pulsar. So we can control this and get a small piece here. This looks very attractive like this. You can stick on your camera. Included in the price, so it's almost free. Why not use it? But you know, in this previous version, we can put some sync in, put some, let's say, pocket wizards or other triggers, and control this. Even you do solo shoot in the studio, nobody interfering with you. You can just radio trigger one flash and other flashes to set up to, let's say, cell. When it's light here, it's on. So it means this trigger gonna pick up the light and synchronize all other flashes, which is useful because you get reflection from the ceiling. Outside it does not work because it's no reflection, it's no like such a signal. So, but we can set up even one flash for the trigger. The rest of the flash is gonna fire like, you know, automatically. So, which is good. So, to put the reflector on, you press the bottom, switch to this and this. So this is modeling bulb, so give you idea how much light it is. It could be set as symmetrical or asymmetrical. Whatever you get more power, bulb give you more lights, or just give you full lights or no lights at all. And this is like flash tube. You have to be very careful. Don't touch with the fingers, otherwise it's gonna burn very soon. And this is regular 120 millimeters reflector, but it's produced pretty wide range, so it's good for umbrellas or something like this. So setting up like this. This is 3 pins. It's a Bowens ring. It's gonna this kind of setup is gonna be on all other devices, same shape. Okay. So we're putting it here. This have to click. That's it. So it's tough. This is for umbrella. So when you set it up, you see it's the wrong setup. It's like staying on the side. So you have to watch when you're doing this. So there's going to be stand. Umbrella needs to be down. So down is this direction. Like this. All right? Let's grab one of the stands. It's going to be easy setup. When you're doing something like this, try to keep equipment safe. Put it on the floor. Put the stands on a height so it's going to be easy to manipulate. Don't try to set up flashes right here. Gonna break. Simple like this. Tight it up. So you can control angle. You can get a cord here. And the Bowens to get a switch. You can do power, AC, or you can do battery. Which is really not expensive also. I did not bring it today, but I've been using it before in locations. So it's cost $529. And it's good for almost half a day of the shoot. It's connected with it's like computer cable over there, connection. When you do the battery, just switch this direction. So, and battery gonna work with this. Modeling bulb does not work with the battery, but the rest is pretty fast. So recycle, it's about 2 seconds. Pop, pop, pop. Pretty good for location. So if you're not using full power, with the battery you can get maybe 500 shots. With the full power, it's about 230, 250. It's still good if you get one model or some, let's say, set for sunset or early morning. We did this in Bahamas. Come to location, it was dark, set up the beauty dish, one head of the Bowens on a boom, and just wait when the sun coming down. When it start getting sunbeams, we're shooting against the sun. With regular flashes, you can do it, but it gets a little bit like just a fill light. It's flat. You get model. If you get more shaping devices like a beauty dish, this is a beauty dish. I've been traveling with this, put in a suitcase. I get some spin here. Same shape, you see? So we can change it for the beauty dish. Pretty nice and easy. It's like mini softbox. And it could be used like this, so light coming here, reflected, to give you like more appropriate, but quality of this light is more dimensional. So model, when you shoot model, let's say in swimsuit in the early morning, sunrise or sunset, get more three-dimensional, so you can feel this body, feel the swimsuit. You can use a small flash, maybe on the side, get little shape, but it's different lighting. It's also acceptable, but it's different. Okay, beauty dish can be used when it's softer. You can get transparent fabric on the top. So it can give you a little bit more beauty stuff. In the studio, I prefer to use this. If you want a more dramatic, like in the movies, if you take a look in the pictures, black and white pictures from, let's say, Antonioni in Italy or early Hollywood pictures, they never use a soft light on the portraits. They want it more dramatic. So look under the nose, you get visible shadows under the nose. But so standing, so high contrast, we look in the pictures, right away we can feel, wow, such a beautiful woman. To achieve this in photography, I'm going to use green. See? It's a honeycomb. So what's this honeycomb doing? It's like focusing the light more on a beam. So if we can attach it to the beauty dish like this, and I just doing like dummy demonstration, we're going to do it with the light. And from the same distance, you can see higher contrast, more strong personality. So if you want to do, and also you can do shadows behind, just in purpose with this. So achieve some more like, character portrait for actor, for example. Beautiful to shoot man. Gets all, and give you more definition, get all hairs like more crispy. But it's a choice, all right? So it's one of the most useful and simple lighting devices for the studio, and also very good for location. Can you tell me why it's good for location? Any ideas?
It fills the light if it's too sunny. Do you fill shadows?
One of the things, but most of the difficult things when we shoot on location with the soft boxes on umbrellas, we get wind. Wind blow and your device. It's more resistant to the wind, smaller little bit in shape, but producing the soft light for you. So it's very universal to bring on location. So you need a sandbag, of course, but same time, so it's pretty sturdy. Try and wait. It's not too heavy. Try it.
Yeah, you can move it around.
So you can bring, to make a good shots on location, you just need one hat, one like this, and reflector. You can bring in your suitcase to vacation. Why not? So that's why I believe Bowens, one of the companies, can help us to produce certain mobile and professional grade devices for affordable price. I give you some comparison. Let's say shaping devices, always soft boxes and the flashes, like a chef knives in the kitchen. The chef who cooking good, they prefer the certain knives. They don't do the cheap ones because they do it very fast. Right. When we do some lighting and put some grids and some attachment in this, it's like not use a chef knives. It's like use a scalpel. It's giving you even more definition, more directional, more intense qualities. So let's take a look. So we saw this strip. So it's one another choices. Let's take a look on this invention. This really, really, really advanced stuff. Do you know how it's called? octagon box or octabox. So I'm gonna break it down to see how it works. So it's a front panel, this is a mid panel. So light get more reflection inside before it's coming out. It's like a trap for the light inside, all right? But most important thing is inside of this. It's funny. It's different from other devices. I'll show you. Look at this. It looks like satellite dish inside. So this small piece, the plastic stuff. And inside is a structure like a small umbrella, so it's going to be detached and attached very easy. Let's take a look. I'll show you. It's hard practice. Have to put it down. And that's it. Same shape adapter. Try to put it together. Try, feel it. It's interesting. Have to put hard. When you press it down. Okay, there you go. You see, very interesting construction.
Does Bowens make this also, or?
Bowens make it, Elinchrom make it, everybody make it. I can recommend you a new company for competitive price. Pro Studio solution. It's called Fotodiox. You can buy this beautiful octagon for how much? $89.
Wow.
Regular price $270. And it's very well built. Good stuff. And also for this, okay, Eric, set it up together. I want you use your hands. Come on, help him out. I want to show you something additional for this. Let me show you something. It's coming in a small packet like this. It's called egg crate grid. Very compact with a durable fabric, coming in a small box. When you open it up, there's going to be some, you see, this we call grid.
For octagon?
For octagon. So we're going to use it today. So this is a scalpel. This is going to give us really dimensional, directional light with a very soft, at the same time edgy. It's not harsh light, it's a soft light, but directional. So it's something like not many people used before and not many companies produce. So it's been in the market for about maybe 10 years, but more efficiently I notice people start using it last maybe 5-6 years only. Because it was expensive, it's only for a few companies, and only big studio can afford it. So you see, you did it wrong. You put it too much close to the edge. So you have to leave some space to touch the grid, you know? So you need some edges here. Okay, redo it. So work with the studio equipment takes some practice. But when you work with this really with your hands, first, if you're a photographer, you're enjoying this. It's like driving the car on a test drive. You can do this kind of wheels, you can do different gasoline, you can, different weather. So try to keep this away. Okay, so we're gonna use this. Check it out. It's nice, good fabric. Look at this. Very nice, very well built.
Yeah.
And it's very compact. So look at this. Like you put it together. I don't know how to figure out, but something like this. That's it. Put in a small box you can carry with you if you need more strong shape light. Anytime you can attach.
It's all one package with all this together? Or you buy it separate?
No, it can come with a package, but not for every. The thing is, Fotodiox get a good packages, but the thing is, they're not selling this octagon with every attachment ring. So I get this for Bowens, and this one I have to buy separate. So it's coming from separate source. But sometimes they sell it as a set, depend of your. Let's try to attach it. I think another way, like this. Sorry. So we get this stuff. You see, like this. Every side. Let's pull it together. No. Don't rush it. So start from this, then get one by one. Yeah. more here. Carefully. Don't break it. Like this. That's why we need some space here. Now I understand, right? Mm-hmm. So if you buy cheap softbox, it does not have this additional feature to put the grid on. You can buy cheaper, but don't buy this. Later you want to add the grid, you have no option because no these edges. It's just fabric coming straight to the edge. So look at this, what we get. Wow. Very impressive device. Why octagon, not a square box, not a strip? Let's say we can use this one as a main light to lighten up the face and upper body. So it's giving us first, we don't give us a square light in the eye, which like artificial. It's giving more roundish. Second one is more, it's no edges, so it's like, it's pretty more effective. So close to the roundish, so more even to the center and the edges with the lights. Idea of producing soft boxes. I give you some history, flashback. Soft boxes been invented by the guy, last name Waffer. It's a German guy. So it's been about more than 25 years ago. I didn't remember the year, but this guy idea was make light even here on intensity and here, which is extremely difficult. Because, you know, if you get a flash in the middle and you get a light meter, you meter amount of light here, amount light here. It's going to be difference like 4 times. What the guy did to fix it? Get an idea? The first soft boxes. He put inside transparent plastic with a small black dots. More intense in the middle and less dots on the side. Computerizedly, like, you know, integrated. So this kind of graduated filter makes the lighting on the edges even around all soft box. In the Waffer boxes, you can light meter everywhere, all the same. It's eating power like maybe 4 times more. But you come with the Waffer box close like this to the body. Absolutely beautiful. Right now it's like, says like it's difficult, maybe expensive technology or something like this. So we're getting a little bit less effective, but more light in this. Any soft box get this middle stuff. So light gets some trapped inside, giving like more directional. So difference, if we get a light meter, we can check. Difference here and here gonna be 1 stop, not much probably, maybe 1.5 stop. So it's acceptable for certain things, especially when you're using like, it's not excellent, not perfect, but acceptable. So because that's the way we're doing like with the fashion. Because we're not using just one light. We're going to use it from the side. We can use the octagon from the front. And maybe we can use some light from the back, like called rim light or hair light, if you want to just cut the model out of the background. Possible also lighten up the background or something like this. And also, what we're going to try to use today. Let me show you something. It's going to be really impressive. The company named Impact, producing a lot of good lighting accessories, high quality. Very similar to Westcott, which I show you like Jim screen. Westcott doing probably the best umbrellas, but Impact, my opinion, is number 2. Watch this. I'll show you something. This is scary. You see how big it is? That's huge. So why we're using such a big umbrella? We want to imitate the sun. We want to imitate the sky or huge window. So we can use this umbrella on this side. Just get a soft light to all scenes. It's called fill light. To just fill with a soft light. It's going to be not really intense, but help us to avoid these hard shadows we've been talking before. And this. So this is transparent, transparent one. So it's going to be used this direction with a bulb over there, or this direction if you don't want too much reflection. but it's a beautiful one. Also universal on location. You can get on a stand with a small boom. You can cut the harsh light of the sun and get a beautiful portrait of the model just cutting out the straight light. Make a soft light in the model, just maybe use another reflector. It's a beautiful source to get it. 69 bucks. Not too much.
No,
Beautiful device. Yeah. 3 types, transparent, white inside, and silver inside with a black cover. For the studio, probably best use not this one, but white with the black. Silver is too harsh. White with the black can produce very beautiful, soft fill light. But this one also useful if we set it up like this, through the umbrella. I'm gonna do it, but okay. What else? Coming back to the Bowens. Bowens kit coming with 2 umbrellas like this. This is small. See black cover? Removable. So it's a silver inside. It's pretty harsh, but if you remove this, you can get same transparent umbrella like we just showed before. You can use to light it through. Light it through is like a mini softbox. You can come close to the subject and just make a soft one. When we use this one, we want a more directional light. If we get 4 umbrellas like this small one and set up, let's say 4 flashes, 1, 2, 3, 4 on the side, like this, we can light background almost evenly with the 4 flashes. Move model out of the background, which is like certain like density, and work with the models separate. Background light is one light, and the model light, we're going to work with a different stuff. So, but the thing is, you need at least 6-7 flashes for this. Maybe tomorrow, Jeffrey going to bring something. We're going to do it in a green screen. For green screen, it's a must thing to do to light it up background very like intense, so it gets saturated and even. Especially for the video. If you shoot in video, you want to change background dynamic for the video. It's very good. It's called chroma key, like very even. So this kind of devices, because it's giving like white and soft area, can lighten up background evenly. With the devices like this, it's possible, but you still get the spots. Right. So small umbrellas, maybe not useful, but it's coming in a kit. Sometimes you can use it.